Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to Ireland Bound. I'm trying a little bit different equipment this time around. I'm going to try and see how it works, if it's any better, any worse, so we'll kind of see how this goes. Uh, I'm always trying equipment, ain't I? Anyways, tonight, you remember last time we were talking about the Cloud family, or possibly McLeod. Started out in Scotland, the husband did, and the wife started in France, and somehow they ended up in Ireland having some Irish kids. Well, one of what would be their grandchildren was married to a woman. Um, Give me just a second to get the name pulled up. I'm having trouble talking tonight. Go figure. Give just a sec. It is coming. I believe it was Margaret Campbell. Pull up the right family tree. I've been doing a lot of research here in the past few days. Yeah, there we go. Yes, there we are. I was right. It was Margaret Campbell. And, well, let's just say that I found some interesting information on her that I wanted to share with everybody. And I decided, you know what, I've missed a few, so I figured if I put another one up pretty fast, no one's going to object too much. So anyways, I am going to quit talking. I am going to let y'all see what I found on Margaret Campbell, and then we'll go from there. See you in a moment. On the last one, here I am. I am going to show you David David Cloud's wife, Margaret. You remember last week we had just discussed James Cloud, or MacLeod, and the fact that his dad was Scottish, his mother was French, and he was born in Ireland, and the whole family ended up somehow in America. So now, after everyone has come to America, we're coming down here now to David Cloud. Um, David was born here in America. I'm going to show you that right fast here. I can get that to pop up. There we go. And see, he was my fifth great grandfather, and he was born. Actually, here it says Ulster, Ireland, or Pennsylvania. Even if he was born in Ireland, he did end up in Pennsylvania. So, I mean, depending on when his dad came to America, because one thing says that he came, when he was a child, but yet if we go back, look at his mother. His mother, if I remember right, yeah, she was born in Pennsylvania also. So, in all truth of the matter, David was probably born in Pennsylvania as well. That's going to be my guess. But we're going to take a look here at David's wife, Margaret. Okay, now here we have her born. She is actually about 3 years older than David, because if you'll see here on the actual tree, it shows him being born 1710 and she's born 1707. So she's about 3 years older. But when we look after pulling up her information, she is born in, and I'm going to try very hard not to butcher this, Kilmacrenan, Donegal, Ulster, Ireland. Okay, that's a tongueful. That's a very big mouthful there. So we have Margaret Campbell, and there is a possibility that her family might have known the Clouds when they were in Ireland. She might have, I mean, this is a guess because I don't have any proof of it, but her family might have said, "Oh, hey, why don't you go stay with the Clouds over there in America? Since you're wanting to go, and they'll help you get established over there." And she comes over here and she stays with James and Margaret, and meets David, and thinks, he's 3 years younger, he's a kid, and then all of a sudden it's like, he's kind of a cute kid. I mean, 3 years isn't that big of a time frame there. But she was born in Ireland, from everything that I have been able to find. And as you can tell, if you look back on her tree back here on the left, I haven't been able to find her parents yet. I've been looking in a couple of other um, places, and I have not found her as of yet. So, but still, that would mean that not only do I have, like I said, my sixth great grandfather who was born in Ireland, I now have a fifth great grandmother. Okay, like I said, it's not too far off to think that maybe, with the fact of them both being in the Ulster area, that the families might have known each other. She might have been born there, but her family might have ended up, there in, oh my word, the name of the town just left me, where James was at, Londonderry. I think it's Derry is the name of the town, but their family might have ended up there too, and so as a child, she might have known them. Like I said, this is all speculation because I don't have any information for her yet. Hopefully, that will change, but from what I've been able to find, it looks like she was born in Ireland. So I found that kind of funny and interesting all at the same time. So the possibility exists. They might not have known each other at all. She might have just come over and found a nice Irish family to stay with while she was here in America. And of course, as you can see, her death is registered as Rockbridge County, Virginia. Just right fast, I'm going to take a look over here at David's because uh, just wondering where he ended up. Yep, Rockbridge County, Virginia, also. So, um, at some point, they both ended up there, and um, probably they raised part of their family there. And of course, as you can see, their daughter was what would be my fourth great grandmother, the one that married John Nash. Uh, let's see where she was born at. Rockbridge County, Virginia. Yeah, so apparently they moved down there, and at least she was born there. And of course, she marries John, and they move off to Tennessee. So, but like I said, I found that was a little bit interesting, and just a few things to look at for everybody to see. So, anyways, I've got another connection with Ireland, so there's another place that I get to go to. All right, so there we go. Margaret Campbell, my four times great grandmother. That that's pretty cool. That she's from Ireland too, from the same general area. And like I said, when I get some more information, I'll let y'all know. But I'm truthfully now I'm like really curious. I'm really, really, really curious. So maybe find it out because I mean, in all honesty, nowadays that kill Carn Cannon. Oh my word! I'd have to look at it again. Hold on a second. That's not that doesn't roll off the tongue as easy as Londonderry. Okay, let me pull Grandma Margaret up here. Um, Kilmacreenan. Kilmacreenan? Anyways, it's in Donegal, Ireland. Um, that I looked it up on the map, and that is really just a short distance. It's in a car, it'd probably be like less than an hour's drive. So, I mean, back then, back a couple hundred years ago, if you were in a horse-drawn cart or wagon or whatever else they might have had back then. I mean, it might have taken maybe a day to get over there. Her family might have moved over there. Uh, who knows? Like I said, but it's going to take time to find some of that information, because not all information is like instantly at hand. You can't just instantly pull things up like you can for modern people who are on the internet all the time, who are on YouTube, who are on Facebook, who are on Instagram. People who live in the public life. I mean, we're talking about people that they might not have much records on them. I know my grandfather, when he was doing research into the family, he didn't have the internet resources. Most of what he had was relying on, like, my mom's memory, on the different cousins that they still had contact with. I can't remember Neil's daughters, Patsy, and I can't remember the other girl. I'm sorry about that to my distant cousins, but yeah, I mean, he had them that he could talk to. It's like, oh, hey, do you remember this grandparent, that grandparent, this aunt, this uncle? And he could talk it over, and they could, find relatives. But nowadays we're having to wait for so much of this stuff to be downloaded. I know the other day I was looking at some of my uncle's research that he had, and I mean, it's like primitive compared to what we have now. But he had what he had. He worked with what he could work with, and in all honesty, there are some things that I have been able to find, like before all the internet stuff came up. He had found that the one ancestor I mentioned last week, Alexander Rogers, he was born in Kentucky. So that kind of ends that. That Alexander was not from Ireland. He was from Kentucky. But still, I mean, he was a pretty cool guy. I mean, being a wagon maker back then, I mean, that was kind of a specialty job, I mean, where everybody else is like farming and ranching and stuff like that, or they have shops and stuff of the sort, run dry goods stores and stuff. He was making wagons. Who knows how many people traveled and how far they traveled on some of his wagons. So I mean, like I said, we get more research material as people load more of the stuff into the internet. So it's going to take a while for everyone to get everything like they need to get all the information up. I mean, there's probably information on her. It's just that I don't have access to it. So, maybe in 5 years I will. Maybe in 10 years I will. Maybe I can go to Ireland and get the information there. But that's next year. So I've now got 3 towns to visit. I've got Coleraine, Derry, there in Londonderry, and Kilmacarran. Oh my word, I'm going to have so much trouble with that one. I'm going to have to have it tattooed on my hand or something. But anyways, before I go, I just want to remind y'all, there's that nice. Sorry, I'm trying to get in the frame here because I'm working with different equipment here, so I'm going to have to work with 2 different things at 2 different places. There is the subscribe button, that nice red one. You punch it, and it should automatically set up to where you will get all notifications of everything that I post. There is the like button. Everyone likes a good thumbs up, right? You like to know you're doing good. So, give me a thumbs up. If you enjoyed any of this, let me know. Leave a comment. If you're from Ireland and you have the correct pronunciation of that name, please tell me. Please, I would love to have the right pronunciation since I can't seem to get it right. So, anyways, leave a comment. If you've been to any of the places I've been mentioning, let me know what you thought over there. What your ideas were there. If you live there or have lived there, definitely let me know. I would love to know people who were from that area because, like I said, October 2024, I am going over there. I am going over there. But that's for another video, and we'll discuss that more later. Also, too, share. Everybody likes good stories, right? You find a good story, or maybe you know someone, you're going, wait a minute, isn't that where my cousin or my aunt went to? Share it with them. If you have a family member who went there, share the story with them, and maybe they can give me the correct pronunciation, or they can, tell me some things to find there. I mean, I've got a few ideas of things I want to do and some things I want to see, but if someone knows a good restaurant there, like I said, there'll be a year, before I go there because I've still got a lot of things to do before I can get to Ireland myself. But I am going. I am going. So this is your first hint, October 2024. And it's something I will be discussing more and more as, that time comes along. And remember, this is just August 2023 right now. So, I mean, still got like 14 months. But still. So anyways, let me know. I'd appreciate any and all input. And I hope everyone has a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.